Majority of cities deal with issues regarding social sustainability, which develops questions and solutions in how we can make social changes for the better. A major issue cities face is learning how can we ensure all our cultural communities are respected, included, and engaged in democratic and civic community life. Through understanding other cities' solutions to this question, we can learn and develop our own answer. Different cities can have different issues. However, different cities can also have similar issues. New Zealand is a country in the southern hemisphere which was discovered and settled by Polynesians who developed the Maori culture, which is most prominent in the city of Auckland. Upon European and British settlement in Auckland, various trends in the Maori lifestyle were adapted to the new settlers' ways. Land ownership issues arose due to the lack of legal inclusion across all cultures and the unclear legal rights of each culture. The constant misunderstanding led to disagreements across the cultures and put strains on the respect, inclusion, and engagement between the cultures in democratic and civic community life. Upon the recognition that the misunderstandings upon the trades of land owned across various cultures were increasing and affecting respect levels, the implementation of a treaty was introduced. The city of Auckland was greatly affected by this, so the British government brought forth the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840. The solution to the disrespect, lack of inclusion, and engagement in democratic and civic life was to implement this treaty as a way to include the Maoris in the democratic life of Auckland and end the battles over the land. Without the treaty, battles would have continued and the rejection of each culture to the other would have been a possible occurrence. It was important for all cultures to be socially cohesive within the same city to ensure socially sustainable city for many years to come. The treaty meant that the Maoris in Auckland had legal rights and were recognised under the law. This resulted in respect across the cultures in Auckland and the opportunity for the Maoris to be included and engaged further in the life of British and European settlers without the risk of exploitation due to the distinct rights set out in the treaty. The treaty was the first step in creating the respect, inclusion, and engagement of the Maori culture that we see today in Auckland. Without this implementation, Maoris may have felt continuous disrespect and in turn not wanted to adapt to the British and European cultures. Greater problems such as racism towards the culture could have existed currently in Auckland. Through researching the Maori culture and the benefits of giving them legal rights in New Zealand and the issues prior to this happening, lessons can be learned. The initial issue was that the Maori people were not recognised under the British law, and this created land right issues and confusion amongst the different cultures. Through the giving of legal rights, the Maoris were able to exist cohesively with the new cultures in Auckland. A great lesson learned is that social cohesion is achieved through the total recognition and giving of rights to all cultures equally. Equality leads to respect, and with the law taking charge and setting the example, individuals will follow suit. As time has gone on, Maoris and their culture has been integrated into the everyday life of all residents and visitors to Auckland. The haka, which is a traditional Maori war dance, gets performed at special events such as All Black rugby games. Similar to the Maoris, Aboriginals inhabited Sydney prior to European settlement. However, Aboriginals were disrespected, non-included, and disengaged in democratic and civic community life in ways such as being secluded to camps or murdered. In Sydney, the lack of recognition and rights for the Aboriginal culture put a huge strain between the Aboriginal culture and new settlers, which is still felt in today's society. The rights to Aboriginals have slowly been given over time, with the Land Rights Act only being implemented in 1983, a stark contrast to land right recognition for the Maoris in 1840. Auckland set the example of what Sydney could have done upon settlement and still provides constant respect towards the Maori culture, which Sydney is finally admits providing for the Aboriginal culture through implementing different programs such as the Eora Journey. The way in which the Maori culture was accepted and integrated provides a positive benchmark for the City of Sydney to follow and make changes accordingly.